Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Honors to our brothers who are fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere believers. Now, this lesson is going to be based on a wildfire that was taking place in Ueno, or Ueno, Yamanashi, Japan. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this article, get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. This is a forest fire that started Thursday in the city of Uenohara, Yamanashi Prefecture, continued to spread Friday as firefighters and the self-defense forces conducted aerial and ground firefighting operations. As of Friday morning, the fire had burned approximately 8 hectares, according to the Uenohara municipal government. While no injuries or damage to buildings have been reported, the flames have advanced to within about 150 meters of the nearest residential building. The fire was discovered Thursday morning on the 1,138-meter Mount Uyi, located in the eastern part of the prefecture and straddling Uenohara and the neighboring city of Otsuki. The fire is located roughly 3 kilometers northwest of the Dangazaka service area on the Chuo Expressway. According to authorities, the blaze is believed to have started near the base of the mountain along a hiking trail that includes benches and other pieces of infrastructure, before spreading upward toward the summit and then back down toward residential areas. The cause of the fire is still unknown. The city has issued evacuation orders to 143 residents in 76 households in the Omi district at the foot of the mountain. Firefighting efforts continued overnight, but crews were unable to fully contain the fire. Authorities ramped up their efforts earlier Friday morning with helicopters from Yamanashi Prefecture, Tokyo, and other nearby prefectures, joined by ground self-defense force aircraft conducting water drops. Local fire departments are also battling the flames on the ground. Authorities say the fire is being exacerbated by dry air and strong winds. The city had issued a forest fire warning on Thursday due to the lack of rainfall and low humidity. Forest fires are more common in Japan during late winter and early spring. According to government data, more than 60% of forest fires nationwide between 2020 and 2024 occurred between February and May, when dry air, low precipitation, and strong winds create favorable conditions for fires. The average burned area over the 5-year period was 752 hectares, with average damage reaching approximately 320 million. Human-induced climate change is also making wildfires more intense. Last year, researchers in Europe determined that spring wildfires in South Korea and Okayama and prefectures were fueled by warming and made more intense due to persistently dry soil, strong winds, and unusually high temperatures. Last February, a wildfire burned about 3,370 hectares in Ofunado, Iwate Prefecture. It was the largest wildfire recorded in Japan in roughly 60 years. That blaze took more than a month to extinguish, involved nearly 35,000 firefighters and fire brigade members from 15 prefectures, claimed 1 life, damaged 226 buildings, and caused more than 10 billion in industrial losses. Yeah, that good old flame of devouring fire from the Lord. Isaiah 29:6. Thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And that's what these fires do. These fires, they destroy land, they destroy buildings, they wound people, they kill people. That's what the Lord sent them out to do. Or just like in Ecclesiasticus 39:28, it says there be spirits that are created for vengeance. Slakia. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes, and in the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And then in verse 29 it says, fire, hail, famine, and death, all these were created for vengeance. So fire is one of the Lord's spirits of vengeance. And as the men of the Lord have been saying, we're going to be seeing a lot more of that. House fires, forest fires, wildfires, brush fires. Just a lot more flames of devouring fire doing what the Lord created them to do. 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. And when you look up the definition of perilous, it means full of danger or risk. And we are definitely living in some very dangerous times because the judgments, the vengeance, the wrath of the Lord is steadily increasing upon the earth. Steady increasing within these different kingdoms, these different countries. And a lot of people are being affected. Whether physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. And it's only going to get more intense. And these judgments are only going to get heavier, more severe, more destructive, more deadly. And there's nothing anybody can do to stop it. Because this is the will of the Lord coming to pass. Like it says in Psalms 9:16, the Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands. Heyeyan Selah. And this is the judgment of the Lord. The fires, the storms, the tempests, the earthquakes. This is the vengeance and the wrath of the Heavenly Father being poured out upon the earth. And that's going to become a lot more clear in these last days as these very same judgments become more intense. The Lord is going to turn things up to a point where there's not going to be any other explanation for it but to accept the fact that this is coming from the Lord. Because these wicked people, they want to say, oh, it's global warming, it's Mother Nature. They don't want to give the Heavenly Father his credit. But when the Lord turns things up to a certain extent, it's going to become undeniable to these wicked, simple-minded people who these judgments are really coming from. See, the Lord is going to force these people to acknowledge him and give him his rightful credit for the things that are taking place. And these wicked people are going to have to admit that the men of the Lord have been telling the truth. That everything that happens is from the Lord. All the death, all the destruction, all the chaos, all the miseries. The Heavenly Father is the one orchestrating these things. Yes, he may be using Esau here on earth to do certain things, but ultimately, all the credit goes to the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. And everybody is going to know that name, and everybody is going to fear the Heavenly Father. But with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. Just a quick lesson through the Spirit. So in closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakudash, the Wadi Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, for putting the Spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently pushing the word in sincerity and in faith. Shalom to all the sincere believers. Hope you all stay strong, stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up. Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, Shalom.